Hey guys, if you couldn't tell by the title, it's currently pretty early in the morning. Don't know exactly what time it is. I think it's like 9 o'clock, 8:30. And I'm going to be doing a triathlon, but it's not just any triathlon, it's a poor man's triathlon. And what I mean by that is I wanted to, I guess, test myself with both my anxiety and just my limits. It's been on my bucket list for quite some time. I want to do a triathlon, but the problem is I want to record it because I vlog, and so I record everything that I do, pretty much. That's worthwhile, anyways. And problem is if I did a actual triathlon, I wouldn't be able to record it. So I'm doing what I call a poor man's triathlon. And so I looked up online the distance that you swim, bike, and run, and I was just going to do that in that order. And so I was going to swim 1 mile. I did the measurement at the pool to determine how many laps I have to do for 1 mile, and it's 46 laps. 1 lap is from one end of the pool and back. That's going to be fun. And then I'm going to bike for 20 miles and then run for 3 consecutively. And I'm excited and also not excited at the same time because I know it's going to be really difficult. I've never done a triathlon before, but I have been working out consistently for almost a month now. So hopefully I'm in decent enough shape that it's not as bad. But I already know that it's going to be tough. And the other reason is, the major reasons is because, as you know, I have anxiety. Actually, I'm recovering from anxiety. I'm doing a lot better. And my heart rate's a big trigger. If you've been following my YouTube channel where I talked about my anxiety and all that stuff, you'd know that I have health anxiety, cardiophobia, and whenever my heart rate would go up, it would trigger a panic attack because that's what would happen when I have panic attacks. So my brain would kind of think that I'm having a panic attack when I'm working out. And so this is kind of like the ultimate test to see if I really did not recover, but learned ways to cope with it. I'm I'm exposing myself to that fast heart rate, and the biggest way I could think of is a triathlon, and that's a huge step because I've been making so much progress in my anxiety recovery that I want to take it to the next step. And I kind of figured if I could run a triathlon and be fine, that it would convince my brain that I'm okay. So that's one of the other reasons why I wanted to do it. So with no further ado, I'm gonna get in my swim trunks and start swimming a mile, and then I'm gonna go on a bike ride and run. So should be fun, and I'll let you know how it goes. Stick around. So here I am swimming at the pool. Did 46 laps, and that equivalated to 1 mile. Equivalated, is that even a word? Just for the sake of briefity, I did a time lapse, and I just wanted to film it just to prove that I did the full mile swim. But I also didn't want it to be like an hour and a half video or however long it took. Time to go on a bike ride. My body is so unbelievably sore. My heart is pounding. But I'm gonna go straight to the apartment, go for a bike ride. Look how pruny my fingers are. No time to waste. I'm gonna stay wet so that way as I'm biking, I stay cool, but like my whole body feels like it's made of rubber right now. And it just hurts. My body is just like so tired. I'm just just 1/3 of the way down. All right, here we go. Let's go. Nice and sunny today, at least. Going to my bike. So as you can see, just got back from swimming, and I literally just threw on a shirt, still soaking wet. Here's my temporary bike that I borrowed. So, that's what I'm gonna ride, so let's get to it. Let's see if I can hold it while I'm riding my bike. The phone, oh shit. Okay. Where are my glasses? Okay, my glasses are in my pocket, have everything I need. Actually feels really good. Yeah, it feels really good to ride on the bike. Yeah, it feels really good to be riding on a bike. The breeze feels really good when you're like sopping wet after a swim. Legs are still really sore. It's a jello bike, so it feels weird riding it. But yeah. So that's probably the best thing I can get without dropping my phone. Try not to hit bumps. I'm indeed riding my bike. And I'm at the intersection here, so I gotta figure out. Alright, I'm crossing the road. 20 miles, you guys. 20 miles. Oh, this is uphill too. Alright, I'll take this. There we go. Get it off the road. Had to stop because I think that's So I had to do a voice recording over this because the audio was just so bad. I apologize for the shaky camera. I didn't have a phone holder on my bike or anything like that. I was literally holding it with like my left hand while I was riding my bike. And yeah, I noticed I filmed vertically on the last clip, so I adjusted it. But I'd been riding for a little bit. I don't know. I think it was like 3 miles or so. And yeah, that camera is real shaky. But it was a beautiful day, and the breeze felt super good while I was going on my bike ride. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. At first, just because my body was really sore, and obviously it was pretty tough to pedal after the swim, because I literally just threw on a shirt and hopped on my bike right after the swim. And so my legs are still real sore, and it felt like rubber, my muscles. But the breeze and me riding the bike pretty quickly felt really good, and especially with me being wet. So it was really refreshing, surprisingly. I grabbed a Gatorade too, just to stay hydrated. So really nice breezy day too. I can't remember if I said that or not, but yeah, it's a really cool breeze, and the day was really hot, but the breeze is really cool. So I started right around the neighborhood, then eventually got along the highway there, or along the avenue, and so I went pretty dang far, just riding around in town along the sidewalk there. And again, I apologize for the shaky camera, but I really want to get the footage just to look back on it and know that I did it. It was a big milestone for me. I do plan on investing in one of those phone holders that you put on bikes. But yeah, in the beginning, the ride is really enjoyable, but that'll soon change here pretty soon. once I start to dry off and start to get hot. I'd say about like the 10-mile mark, I started to get like really sore again. It started to hurt. But in this moment of time, I was just kind of enjoying the ride. It felt nice. Then it's been so long since I rode a bike. It's been quite some time, so I still remember how. So the saying is true. Also, good news. So far, I haven't had a panic attack on this bike ride. My heart rate wasn't going too crazy and it wasn't triggering anything, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to do it. As I said, I was riding my bike along the main avenue. I just went straight for quite some time. It's on the avenue of the cities. It runs through a bunch of towns, and so it was just a straight shot, which was good. So, because I had no real plan on where I was going, I just want to get the 20 miles in, and I had to check in occasionally with my GPS to see how many miles I went. So it's kind of, the video is kind of in clips because it's I have to turn off the video to check the GPS. But then I didn't want it to be like a 5-hour long video because that's about how long it took. Roughly, I didn't really time it, but it took quite some time. But I just want to get kind of the general gist of it. I didn't want to necessarily record the entire thing because I think I'd run out of things to talk about. Continuing. Just checking my GPS. Rode quite a ways. I forgot how far and how quickly you can go on a bike. It's kind of nice. Shows how it beats walking. So far anxiety's pretty good. Hair's drying a little bit. It was kind of keeping it cool to begin with, but yeah, this is the way to go, man. If I ever want to go to the Y, I'm just taking this bike. There's just someone standing directly in the center of the sidewalk here. That's great. How you doing, sir? I'll watch out for them bumps. Yeah, I've been riding for quite some time. Not entirely sure how long I've been riding. Probably 45 minutes or so. Still have a little ways to go. So I'm just kind of riding wherever I feel like it, wherever looks most rideable in terms of just some areas that are sidewalks and stuff. I try to stick to the sidewalks. We'll make a turn here. We're good. Sorry if the camera's shaky. Hold this camera while riding the bike. But I wanted to get the footage in. Going down 53rd right now. Probably gonna go do a big such a good day to do this triathlon just because of that nice cool breeze. breeze. It's a hot day, but it's like a nice cool breeze going on. It's really nice. Pull into here. Legs are still burning really bad though. Definitely got my leg day in for the day. Alright. Checking my GPS. Wish I could get a better angle. Feet are so fucking big. God damn it. Fuck. I'm rusty as shit. So, I'm at 7.6 miles. As you can see, my hair is already dry. Still a little breezy, but my calves are really starting to burn now. So, swimming didn't help. But it feels good. I'm gonna feel really good once I'm done. I'm committed now, man. I'm like halfway done. The running, I'm really not looking forward to the fucking running. But, yeah, it's going really well so far. The true test is the running, like I said. Off the highway, at least. Sort of going wherever my mind takes me, really. No particular direction. I've gone far though, man. I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Continuing on. It's about almost 3 o'clock now. So I have some really cool art projects coming along. Also, 3 really big ones that I plan on doing. And they're going to be huge, at least for me anyways. not necessarily on YouTube, but for me personally, the huge milestones I'm gonna do, hopefully, and someday in a later video, I'll tell you what it is. And but it's really cool. It's painting related, but it's also a lot more than that. Hold on. There's a bump. I didn't want to drop my phone. I dropped it twice already. Yeah, it's not as breezy as it was now. Less clouds too. It's starting to get kind of hot. Then I think it's because I'm dry now. But I'm super excited. I'll give you kind of a little bit of a hint of what I want to do. Had an idea of doing landscapes. I usually do, because it's been quite some time since I painted anything. I think the last thing I painted was at the Naya painting. At least on YouTube anyways. And but I had this really cool idea of painting an element-themed series of paintings of fire, ice, and storms. And that's all I'm going to say for now. So I kind of want to keep it on the down low. Adjust my glasses. But it's going to be really cool. And I plan on going on, okay, I'll add a little more. I plan on going on actual adventures on that topic. On the topic of the elements, to kind of get inspiration of that particular topic. So for like fire, I don't know what fire is going to be yet. Ice, I'll go to somewhere icy and get just inspiration and do some sort of like excuse me, sorry, some sort of ice themed adventure. Then once I'm done, I'll paint an ice themed painting, which will be pretty cool. But there's a lot more to it than that. But that's kind of the basic idea. The whole idea was I wanted to capture like Mother Nature at its worst. Because usually people do paintings, it's usually, pretty landscapes. Not always, but usually. But I want to capture like Mother Nature like at its worst, Hold on. There's people here. And I was going to have that represent the seasons of life. So fire is going to be summer and fall, the end of summer and fall. I'm going to go on some sort of adventure that's fire themed, ice, and then storms too. And those will be the end of seasons. And it's kind of symbolic for like the trials you have in life. Like the seasons in life, how Mother Nature can be both cruel and kind, So that was the whole idea behind it. It's yeah. I'm at 18.9 miles I've gone so far, and it hurts. Like my it's mostly just my calves and my upper legs. Oh, I'm gonna drop my phone. And my upper legs, the thighs or whatever the fuck, quads. They're burning so badly right now. But the breeze is starting to kind of pick up again, which is nice. But I've been doing this for quite some time. Like I started in the morning. It's already well past the afternoon. I doing? And super proud of myself for doing this. I had to put my my gear at the lowest setting just to give my legs a little bit of a break. Luckily there's no hills or anything, so it's kind of have a nice break. So I'm heading back now because it's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from here to home, so that works out well. I'm gonna stop, make sure there's no cars coming. Okay. Yeah, I tried to film. To where like you could see ahead of me, but my hand is in the way based on the way I'm holding it, and if I hold it the other way it's like real awkward and I'll probably fall off my bike. So this is the best I could do. But this ain't too bad because most of it was really just flat ground terrain, but my legs are feeling it. And a lot of potholes. I hate crossing busy streets. I really hate it. On a bike, it's even more awkward, I feel, because you have more control over stopping and going when you're on foot, you know, but it's a lot more awkward when you're on a bike. On a bicycle. I can't even express to you how much that breeze feels good. It's like a nice, cools you off a bit. Give myself a Gatorade along the way, just to give my electrolytes up. And, we're gonna cross the street right now. And this bike is, you can really zoom. It's got those thin wheels, so it's like a racing bike. And it's also a mountain bike as well, but it's got like racing wheels. It's a good bike. I'll start back up again when I'm done waiting for the vehicles. All right. So I'm at 19.65 miles. I'm almost there. I timed that pretty freaking well. So I'm almost home, sort of. A lot of potholes in these freaking sidewalks. But yeah, I did the 20 miles. Didn't really keep track of time. I can't remember what time it was when I went on the ride, but it took a lot longer than I thought it would. But it wasn't like too long. It was a nice sweet middle. But yeah, I think the swimming was actually a little bit harder. Not by a whole lot, but swimming was probably harder than the biking. But the biking is still pretty bad. Just because it's like, it's more of like, obviously it's an endurance thing, but it's just like, your legs start burning like a mofo, and you just gotta kind of ignore it basically. So far, no anxiety either, which was my main concern doing this, honestly. You got trash bins in the middle of the sidewalk here. Go around it. Oh, my legs. I'm going up against the wind this time, so it doesn't help. Almost 2/3 of the way done. My way home now. I'll check the mileage once I get home. But I think it'll be about 20 miles by the time I get home. But if not, I'll ride just, that extra bit of distance to get it to 20 miles. But so in case you're new to this channel, you've made it this far, the reason why I decided to do this was to get healthy as well as help my anxiety, because ironically for me personally, elevated heart rates trigger my panic attacks, because I have a high heart rate when I have a panic attack, and so whenever I get a high heart rate, just exercising or really anything, it used to trigger a panic attack, really bad ones. And these past few months I've been exercising and growing, went to therapy and things like that, to try to recover from anxiety and basically get expose myself to the things that trigger it, and eventually my body will no longer associate fear and danger with a high heart rate. And I'm really proud of myself because it seems to be working, obviously, because there's no way in hell I would be doing this. Like, just 6 months ago, there's no way I would ever do anything like this. So this is a huge milestone for me, and anyone who knows me would agree. You know, that really knows like what I've been through. I had like a lot of good support over the years because I've been battling anxiety for about 5 years now. Intense anxiety. I'd have a panic attack just, I'd say the first 5 months after I started getting really bad panic attacks was I'd have at least a panic attack a day, and then eventually kind of dwindled down, so I get like maybe a panic attack a week or so. But like I always had really high anxiety and the symptoms that came along with it, and they were there constantly, all from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed, if I could even go to bed. And just looking back then to where I am now is massive improvements in a very short amount of time too, which is pretty astonishing by my metrics, so to speak. But I'm home. I'm gonna check how far I went. Made it home. Guess I could actually record it with doing this. But yeah, check the mileage. 20.1. This is like exactly perfectly like timed, or not timed, but mapped out. Couldn't have like got it better than that, honestly. But now, part 3, the running. And this is the one that I'm gonna really dread. I already know. It's well past noon, but it's still pretty hot. But yeah, I really like this bike. Pothole. Here I am. I made it. I'm still alive. Oh, gee, those are good brakes. Here we go with the running. Now let's just get to it. Oh my god, my legs. I can't even express to you how tired I am right now. Like, hold on. I'm so freaking tired. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna, like, collapse. It's, like, so much willpower you have to do this shit. I don't know how people do this. Sorry I'm so quiet. I'm literally just exhausted right now. I got 3 miles of this shit. It's like both like physically tired and just like tired. Like I want to go to sleep. Just like my whole body feels like it's made of jello. Everything burns. I'm running up a hill right now. That doesn't help. So, how was your guys' day today? Good. I hope you're having a good day. I'm not having a good day today. Just really regret doing this. Which way? I'll turn this way. Oh my God. It's like my calves hurt so bad. Just from the biking and the swimming. It's like people who do this shit are just insane. People that do this like every year. I don't even know what my time is. This is probably horrible. I'd be in like, but I'm doing it just to say I did it. Probably not gonna record the whole time because it'd be really boring to watch. But I'll let you guys know how it's going. Alright, I'll keep you in touch. This is by far, like, physically the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Gonna feel super good afterwards though. Gonna take a nice cold shower, eat a shit ton of food, probably go to sleep. Too tired for this. So this was a big defining moment in my run. So I was running obviously my heart rate's been up for quite some time, but for some reason I started getting palpitations, which is normal. It's totally normal. Like I said, I got my heart checked out 5 different times and blood work, all that stuff. It's a symptom of anxiety. But I had a big anxiety flare up and my heart rate started going up higher than usual, just from anxiety attacks. Or your heart rate goes way higher than when you're exercising. Like, it's real scary, and that started to happen while I was running. And the only thing I wanted to do at that exact moment was go home, just stop exactly where I was at, and then just sit down and go home. And I don't think it quite hit. I think that's when it hit. just right there. You could see it. Um, and I was just contemplating going home and just calling it a day. But I knew that if I did that, I'd go back on so much of the progress. You know, I knew that like, um, if I stopped what I was doing, that'll basically kind of tell my subconscious that, you know, oh, that was a dangerous situation, and then I got out of it. And so I decided to keep going, despite of it, and it was terrifying. It was not like I was like did not want to do it because I was in it wasn't a full panic attack, but it was like on the verge of one, and I had to like make that decision to keep going or quit, and decided to keep going, and that was huge for me. I was really proud of myself. I was more proud of that than the actual triathlon itself because deciding to keep going and really kind of shows that it's kind of a mind over matter thing, and it communicates to my brain like subconsciously that um you know that you're in control basically, and that um when you do things in the midst of a panic attack, it basically tells your brain that the situation isn't actually dangerous. I know I said this a million times, and which is why I didn't want to quit, because if I quit, I'd reinforce that anxiety. And so it was so hard to do. Like it was the triathlon itself was hard, but like that was the hardest part, I think, was when that anxiety kicked in. But eventually it actually pretty quickly went back down, surprisingly. So I was super proud of myself for that, and yeah, just soldiered on. I'm done. 3 miles, everyone. I was, can't believe I actually did it. So, it's the end of the day. Took a nice shower. I'm all cleaned up. And yeah, that was my poor man's triathlon. Super proud of myself. Like I said, I've been kind of dreading this for quite some time, but I'm glad I finally kind of psyched myself up to do it. And now that it's done, I can check it off my bucket list and move forward from here. So yeah, can't wait to go on my next adventure, and look forward to seeing you guys. I guess, or not physically seeing you, because I can't actually like see you, but you know what I mean. Thanks for watching, and look forward to making the next video.